thing is, because it's so unusual to have two such young Oscar winners. You know, this is normally something that happens
That's why
later.
we're friends.
Yeah. You're part of an elite club. But the other thing you share is quite short-lived careers in modelling.
Oh, I thought you just said short-lived careers.
I know.
Wow.
I was like, ooh,
Happy New Year.
Yeah.
So because you... Now, what was your big break? Was it Vogue, Esquire?
I think all of the above.
Talk about your modeling. Talk about it.
Or was it, in fact...
You want me to talk about my modeling?
No.
I think he's about to talk about my modeling.
Oh my God,
because he did... look at these. Like, it's hard to make a jumper sexy.
True that.
But
Jumpers.
I think he's managed it. Has wool ever looked hotter?
I mean, seriously.
Here's the thing. Your sweater has eyeballs.
That was a high point. But I think you can actually still buy that, and it's the point of that is you can learn to knit it yourself. So you guys can take one of those home and knit it yourself.
Right, so I can buy the sweater, and then I have to do it myself as well.
No, actually, there's a classic thing in here. So, you know, when you want something for Christmas and you say to, like, your mum or your granny, something, oh, I'd really like a really trendy sweat top. I'd like a really nice, trendy, zippy up set top. And then they knit it for you.
That's the Christmas nightmare.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. But you still do some modelling, don't you?
Sporadically and very unsuccessful.
Oh, stop it! You do big brands.
Well, I did a campaign for Burberry, which was very amazing, and I did it a few years ago, and Mario Testino shot it. Oh. And I remember doing it was when I was just starting out, and in this photograph there was a model and me, an actor, wannabe actor, and a musician. And Mario Testino, who I'd never worked with, who is one of the most extraordinary, brilliant people, but he's just almost, in that moment, he was almost like a sort of parody of himself. So we had to run and jump for the photograph. And he goes, he's literally got the camera there, and he goes, OK, so darling, you supermodel, you rock star, Eddie, you movie star, I'm Mario Testino, and 1, 2, 3, go! But I left in the air. These two sort of pros, and me with this... But he gets the photos because they're so natural, ones of sort of shock and minor despair and wonder, I think, at the same time.
Because you
don't have my pictures.
No, I don't, because...
I'll tell you why.
Yes, tell us why, because it's really amazing job to get.
I was an Abercrombie model.
Get in. Abercrombie and Fitch, ladies and gentlemen, yeah.
Don't make your hoots. Wait till the end of the story.
Preemptive hoots.
So my pictures never came out. I did, like, the whole campaign, and the pictures never came out, and I didn't know why, and my agent wrote and asked why, and they literally only responded with the photos. Because they, like, their whole, like, idea was, like, we want real people. So they, you know, they, like, got, I don't know, we were, like, on a beach, and then they threw us a football, and they're like, play football. And all the other models were, like, playing football, like, in a pretty way, you know, like, and not me. All of the photos, I've got a red face, covered in sweat, my nostrils are flared, I'm like, no! In the back of a picture. And, like, at one point, a girl yelled, just get her away from me. So... yeah, well, you won't see them in the store, that's for sure.
I don't want to jinx anything, but Eddie Redmayne was here last New Year's Eve. As he left the building, I said, good luck with the Oscars. Only won an Oscar! He won an Oscar, ladies and gentlemen!
Thanks for that, then.
Yeah.
Sorry, Kevin.
I was right before you ran out when you were introducing him. I realized we had been, like, talking and catching up, and then you were like, an Academy Award winner. I was like, oh my God, I totally forgot. Congratulations! Never talked to you after that.
I know, and here's, and again...
Not on purpose.
No. And again, it's weird because you don't want to talk about these things, but you had a bad one. Was it the night you won your Oscar?
The night I won my... Oh, I don't want to talk about that night. I had a whole meltdown.
Okay.
That sounds riveting.
It was a series of things. It was like a birth control confusion, so I was like hormonal. I fell on my face. I forgot to thank the director. So I was just like, what does it all mean? Nothing! I came home crying, and then my friend was like, ordered the wrong pizza. It wasn't thin crust, it was thick crust. I was just like...
I imagine very different scenes in the Redmayne household.
Slightly different.
Oh, really?
Well, basically, I have a plethora of brothers, and their sort of favourite thing is to sort of come... Well, I did this film a couple of years ago called Savage Grace with Julianne Moore.
Keep going quickly.
Disastrous.
No, you left them at come.
Oh, God.
What did he say? What?
And it's going to get worse. So I did this film a couple of years ago called Savage Grace, and it was one of my it was one of the first jobs that I was so proud of it. It was with Julianne Moore. It involved incest. I played her son, and she sleeps with him to sort of try and change her sexuality. Anyway, I was so pleased to have got a job. I was so proud of it. And they came to the London Film Festival premiere, and it was only sort of as I was sitting down, surrounded by my family, with all my brothers sitting next to my dad, basically looking at him like this, as I was about to have to do a love scene with my mother in the film just to see what his reaction would be. And basically, that's always their thing. They just sort of sit next to... They see who can get closest to Dad in order to watch what his sort of perilous reaction is going to be.
Ooh. I had to kick my brother out from, like, award season for a little bit because he tried to arm wrestle Matthew McConaughey. He was, like, not into it. It was Winter's Bone. Nobody knew who I was, so he's... So there was
he took down McConaughey.
And my mom how is your mom during premieres?
She's pretty good, actually.
She's normal?
But only because I always say to her... I remember we had this amazing experience at the Tony Awards when she came as my date, and I was like, Mum, what happens at these things, I think, is they come up on cameras and they look at your face. So when I don't win, you've got to look... You know, you can't get, you know, really angry. And my mum... I love my mum. She is quite competitive. Anyway, this moment happened, and I was nominated for a prize, and then I was lucky enough to win, and I was so elated, but my mum I'd given such a grilling to that she just sort of sat there. I'm not allowed to react. I was like, Mum, I won!
That's so funny. Jack and I met on a magical night out when I humiliated myself more than I've ever had before.
It was probably the best moment of my life. Maybe the worst of Jen's.
Mine. For the first time ever, like, in my career, I never assume anyone knows who I am. Yeah. And I saw Harrison Ford and, like, J.J. Abrams, and I was like, yeah, this is fine. We're all co-workers. Like, I can just go. So I was like, be right back, guys. I'm gonna go say hi to the Star Wars dudes. And I approached their table and was like... And the whole table was just like... And so I realized while I was dancing, I was like, they have no idea who I am. They have no idea who I am. And so I just turned around and walked back. Dying.
Because I've done this show with Harrison Ford, so he's like the only A-list Hollywood star that I know. I mean, he's the only one that I have. So she had just been blanked, and I was like, hey, it's all right, I'll go say hi to Harrison. Everyone in the group was like, Jack, don't do this. You will be humiliated. I was like, nah, me and Harrison are tight. They genuinely had no idea. So I get up, I walk over, and at this point, I'm like, oh, God, maybe he won't remember me, and I will be humiliated as well. I walked over, and literally, as I walked over, he was like, hey, Jack!
You are back in the blue, but apparently they've simplified the bluing of you.
Yeah, turns out they never had to do 8 hours of full-blown body paint ever.
Oh. So is it CGI now or something, or...?
No, I wish. Then I would be like, maybe take a little off the thigh. No, it's like a blue, like, pantyhose that goes around my whole body that I can't sit to pee in. Can't do any form of bathroom. Like, the guys who made it were like, well, she's a girl. She didn't go to the bathroom. So I pee standing up out of a funnel.
A she-bee?
Yeah.
I've actually
I've
burst into her bathroom with a BB gun while she was trying to pee in her funnel.
He pelted me while I'm like, it's so hard to do because you have to stop while you're in the middle of peeing to let the rest of it go out. Like, that's a whole scientific process. And so I'm like trying really hard, and like there's a lot going on. And then he burst in and started pelting me, and it wasn't fair because we were all shooting each other with guns. But you all were all in clothes.
We were all
and
in clothes.
I'm naked.
We were telling this story the other day, and we were saying like, so there we were, and she's like huddled on the floor in her bathroom naked, and me,
and
Nick,
I'm like, they're
and
all
Michael,
ganging up on me, and I'm naked.
and we're unloading on her. Then we just went.
Trust me, you're gonna want to see this action.
Have you met the Trump at all at things, Jennifer?
I haven't. No, I was at a concert that I heard he was attending, so I had my full security. Like, I was like, find Donald Trump, because I was just I was adamant on finding him and then making a video of me going, "Hey, Trump, fuck you."